Hey everyone, how's it going? Five Finger Shuffle back here with another video, and today I have for you guys one of the craziest fights, at least one of the craziest finishes to a fight that I've ever seen. Um, Fair warning, if you're squeamish, the end of this fight may get to you. Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, so let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna start it relatively fast, and then I'm gonna speed it up, and that way we can get through the beginning of the fight sooner, and then I'll slow it down for the finish, so you guys can catch what happens. So we match up against IMTENBIRD. Coming into this fight, we are both just outside the top 10 in the world in terms of RTA ranking. We've faced each other so many times, and it's at the point now where it's become a joke that we literally just trade off wins, and we should try and avoid each other because it's not worth us fighting each other anymore. So I ban his Vildred, he bans my Litica, and we go into a fight, both of us missing our top unit. I lead off with the Alencia, and he counters instantly with Melina and Crow. This was all on stream, by the way, so it was funny because we were able to talk about it while it was happening. After the Alencia pick, I go ahead and go Tenebria. I went Tenebria because the last time I faced him, he brought his Tenebria, and I couldn't land anything on her. I missed everything, and the joke was that she must have 200 res because I couldn't land anything. So from there, he kind of makes me pay for that because he steals my Spectre Tenebria and goes Fallen Cecilia as well. And I probably, if I wasn't goofing around by taking the Fire Tenebria, I would have taken Spectre Tenebria, so that was my fault. And then I finish up with my Chloe, Fire Cecilia, and the star of the show, the Charlotte. And then he goes last pick and takes the Bassar. I have no counter for the Bassar, I have no cleanse, and I have no speed units, so I don't have a choice here. I have to ban the Bassar, even though I really don't want to leave that Tenebria in there at all. He does go ahead and bans my Tenebria, which actually is kind of good for me looking back at this. He didn't have a solution for her either, because he had no immunity and no cleanse either, so he banned her. But he did have... other than Tenebria, we probably wouldn't have, his Spectre team, we probably wouldn't have landed anything. So we get first turn, our Chloe's relatively fast, if you look at those attack bars on the left. So we go put up immunity and revive, or sorry, not immunity, we put up revive and attack buff right away, and we just go right away with the defense buff. We could have potentially waited, but nothing really to wait for here other than the defense buff, and I didn't want to not have defense buff just because I wanted to strip his, so I put mine up right away. He responds with the fast stun from Tenebria on my Alencia, and then obviously the skill 3 from Cecilia, putting up skill prevent, which also happens to crit my Charlotte, which boosts her ahead of everybody, which is kind of too bad because I was hoping to be able to go crazy here. Unfortunately, we just have to skill 1 and get rid of the skill prevent. We get revenged, which doesn't do much. It does land the defense break on the Chloe. I'm not overly worried about that right now. And then we try and provoke, and we put up immunity. We get the 2 provokes here, which is really nice, the Tenebria and the Cecilia. He counters by putting up his defense break, and then he fires off his skill 3 on his Melina because he wants to decrease the cooldown on his passive, or give her more stacks. We try and stun because we know we have defense break, and if we don't stun, she's going to revenge into it. So he gets a good chunk of damage there on everybody, particularly on our Chloe. We finally get a chance to use our skill 3. I decide to use it on the Cecilia there just to see how much damage we could get. We get her down to half health. He gets a team up proc there, but we have immunity, so it's not a big deal. Then our Fire Cecilia goes and only lands 1 attack break, but it's on their main damage dealer, so I'm actually kind of happy with that. We get revenged again, and now we're down to kind of in trouble. Let me slow this down now. because this is where things start to get interesting. This might be too slow, but we'll see. Alright, so we're on the Charlotte. Our whole team is down past half health, and we have very little in terms of heals. We go with the skill 1 on the Cecilia, and now my Alencia's got Mind's Eye and attack buff, and we can go after whoever we want here. I decide not to burn because I'm worried we're going to need those souls. We get the defense break straight away, and even though they have defense buff, we almost get her dead. And fortunately for us, this Tenebria is attack broken. This was a big turning point in the match. He decided to burn into this to try and kill, even though he was attack broken. I asked him about it after the fight, and he said it was because he wanted to get rid of the attack break. I might have considered saving that there, because he didn't end up killing anybody, and that's a big turning point in this fight, because now he has no souls left, and our entire team's alive. He does get the Cecilia provoke there, which is a huge provoke, because I'm getting really close to my revive again. We wouldn't have been able to do it this turn anyway, but I wanted to be able to burn into that to heal up, and now we can't. We do manage to land a skill 1 stun there from our Cecilia on his Cecilia, but it triggers the revenge, and because his Bellina is on drink, it pops our fire Cecilia, and our Chloe just barely survives. She had the revive buff anyway, but her surviving there is big until his crowd manages to cut us and actually knock over our Cecilia there. So it would have actually helped us if she would have died last turn. Unfortunately, she lived, and then the crowd ended up killing her. We do get his Cecilia right away, though, and we're now down 3v3. So I do have my Mind's Eye proc here, but I also have my skill 1. So I'm kind of torn as to what to do here with Alencia. She can do huge damage with her skill 3. I decided to go with that. I did that because I wanted the defense buff for my for my Charlotte, knowing that I was going to be in big trouble no matter... I thought I might have already lost this fight, because we have no more sustain. The Cecilia here, as you can see, does huge damage. Unfortunately, we get revenged again, and Drink just doing a number on us. We're basically losing to Drink at this point. Brings us down to almost no health across the board. Now he's got a skill 1 here, and he can't burn into it, which is clutch. And it manages to hit the unit he was targeting and the other one. And now his Bellina has a turn into our Cecilia, which doesn't kill her. And now we have our 20 souls. We can burn into this, and here it comes. We burn into the Cecilia, into the Bellina. The Bellina splash damage affects the Crow. It pops them both, because he also has Aureus, so we get the Bellina splash and the Aureus proc, killing both of them, healing us to full, and we burned into it, which means we get an extra turn. And all in one turn, our Charlotte is able to wipe the board, killing all 3 units in one turn. So pretty crazy fight there against a great player and somebody that has been a part of our community for a while now. So I just want to show you guys that. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Also, a little reminder, we do have a Discord tournament getting set up right now. It was supposed to be this weekend, but it might be getting delayed due to another tournament going on. But if you're interested in entering that tournament, make sure you jump into the Discord and sign up there. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a great patch night, and we will see you all next time. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.